Welcome to Mainland Cycle Center's new vehicle department. Today I want to show you a 2012 Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Classic. This one is in the Candy Arabian Red. Just a beautiful color. Of course, it's called this Candy Arabian Red color. The bike almost has a brown kind of look to it. If this was the 70s, I think it's maybe what we would call almost a root beer color. Anyway, I think it's very pretty. I like it. It's a really rich color, but I know in this video it's probably fairly dark, but it's called Candy Arabian Red. It's got some metallic in it. It's just gorgeous. We don't have real good sunlight. It's kind of overcast today. Well, there's the sun coming out a little bit. Maybe we can get a look at it. Anyway, beautiful color. I like it a lot. These are a 900cc V-twin motor. They're liquid cooled, which means there's a radiator. And one of the cool things that Kawasaki does on these, there's your radiator right there between the frame rails, is they sandwich that radiator between those frame rails. So when you look at this bike from the side, you don't see that radiator. It doesn't stick out in front. Anyway, that's a cool feature, I think, because the radiator's not real attractive to look at. But the Classic, of course, has the big wide handlebars, the fat front tire, the big fat front fender, the fat rear fender that kind of curves down, where the custom model has a skinnier, tall front wheel, a little sleeker looking front end, different style handlebars and a different rear fender, and the seat's a little different. The Classic also has driver floorboards, which is a really nice feature. And if you haven't ridden a bike with floorboards before, they're actually very nice. It really lets you move your feet around a little bit. It gives you some extra riding positions. And so the floorboards are really nice. Doesn't take very long to get used to them at all. Most people prefer them. This also has what we would call, this is not a Harley, so I don't know that we can use the term soft tail rear suspension, but it's a, you don't see the rear shock. There's no visible rear shocks, but it does have rear suspension. Also has disc brakes front and rear, so there's your rear disc brake with a twin piston caliper, and then you've got a front disc brake with a twin piston caliper. The big clear glass multi-reflector halogen headlight. Pretty nice seat, good size. Take a look at the back of the bike. These are belt drive, and the belt drive is nice. There's no lubrication required with it. They're very low maintenance. These belts are made out of carbon fiber and will probably last the life of the bike. I doubt you'll ever replace that belt. Of course, there's your driver floorboard. On this side, this has what we call a heel toe shifter, which normally you would hook your toe underneath this shifter and click it up. And you can still do that, as I'm doing it here. Or you can scoot back here and you click your heel on here, and that picks up on the shifter. So that's pretty cool. So look at this side of the bike. Alright, so let's look up here at some of the controls and instrumentation. Speedometer has an LCD display here, and it has a clock, an odometer, trip meter in it, and then you have a fuel gauge here. Of course, you've got a couple of warning lights. FI, these are fuel injected, so there's no choke. You just push the key and crank them up. FI warning light, an oil pressure warning light, temperature warning light, and then you have a fuel warning light. Locking gas cap, neutral light, turn signal indicator, and then your high beam light. And there's two buttons here, mode and reset, to set the clock and reset your trip meters. Look at the handlebar controls. This is your clutch. These are a 5-speed transmission. Got headlights off and low beam and high beam, excuse me. There's no off. The headlight comes on all the time. Turn signals, push left to go left, push right to go right. Horn there. And on this side, we've got engine kill, so this kills just the motor. And then there's your start button. Of course, this is your throttle, and then your front handbrake. There, one of the cool things that the 900s have is they have this little dial here on the lever, and this little dial lets you adjust the reach from the grip to the lever. So by adjusting that dial, you can change its reach. So if you have smaller hands or larger hands, or just whatever's comfortable for you, you can kind of set that to match your preference. So it's kind of like tilt steering, just what's comfortable for you. The ignition switch is right here, just like that. There's another place here you put your key, and that'll pop your seat off. Underneath the seat there's a little helmet hook, so you can pop the seat off, latch your helmet on, put the seat back on, and that will lock your helmet in place. There's also a steering lock on the front. Right there's your steering lock. But the Vulcan 900 Classic and the Custom both have been really good bikes. They're both quite popular. They're very, very good bikes. The quality on these bikes is very good. We have just almost zero problems with them. They do very, very well. So it's a bike we're really proud of. Kawasaki did really well with. Just runs great and does quite well. So there you have it. That's a 2012 Vulcan 900 Classic in the candy Arabian red. All right, we are Mainland Cycle Center, and we're located about 30 minutes south of downtown Houston, just off of I-45 in LaMarque, Texas. Our website is mainlandcyclecenter.com. Our phone number is 409-948-4969. We would just love it if you give us a call, shoot us an email, or come by and see us. Just let us know how we can help. That's why we're here. Thanks for watching.